I'm going to try to make a point of this tonight, but I don't know. It's going to be a pointless video with a point. Where is the where are where are the false accusations that the narcissist um, threw on me? Where are they? I was thinking to myself, now maybe it's been 2.5 years or so. Uh, I had two narcissists in my life concerning romantic relationships, and the Narc 2 was the one who made the worst damage. And 2 years and a half later, I am here asking myself, last night I did, tonight I did it again. Uh, where are all those false accusations that she threw on me? Where are they? Where is all the abuse? Mainly the false accusations and the indirect insults that both of them were extremely hurtful. But I'm thinking now, where are they? You know, um, if I was everything that the narc said I was, for example, an exploitative person trying to use her for the purposes of learning any academic information, imagine telling that, I was in love with her, I loved her, and then she comes and accuses me of using her just as an object to steal information. It's completely hurtful. It's very hurtful. It's an insult that when you love the person, you never expect that. And I even told her, if I want any information, I can go read a book. I don't need to do this to you. Where is all the false accusations? For example, that one. I am recovering. Apparently, my depression is slowly, I don't know, maybe the word is disappearing, but I don't know if I can say that. I am living my life well, recovering little by little. I don't use people. I don't need to use people to steal information, to take it. I don't need to take advantage of people. I try to be as honest as I can with everything, everybody. Um, I don't have problems with the law. I don't have problems with people getting mad at me and coming saying uh, bad things about me, my character, and what I do. Um, it's very. On the contrary, they say I'm very polite and that I have a good heart, and I'm not suffering. I'm living kind of a life full of. Now that the stress has diminished, I can talk to my mom and my dad and to my friends, and I don't fight so much with my therapist. I used to fight a lot with her. Um, I am living well, I am single. If I can look for somebody. I don't have kids. I can think about my next moves concerning my professional life. Uh, I'm trying to think about control my thoughts and you choose very well about what I'm going to think about during the day, what I'm going to invest my time on. Strong. Those are boundaries, you know. You gotta set boundaries on yourself too. Um, so where are those accusations? What is the effect on my life now? And then you see, you start to think that the power that the narcissist once had is weak once you get away from that. In part, maybe the power that the narcissist has over us, in part, it is given to him or to her by ourselves. I don't give power to narcissists anymore. So, what is the effect of those accusations now? When I think about it, I feel sad, very sad, but it doesn't hurt like it used to because the bond has disappeared, you know, the emotional attachment and the emotional bonding and the trauma bonding kind of disappeared and doesn't matter anymore. What she said and what she thinks or what she thought about me doesn't matter. And she accused me of being an exploitative person. And another time she accused me of being an unethical, having no ethics. Um, what is the effect of those accusations now? I ask myself, I ask your, your, I ask all of you who watch this, who are watching this video. Now, none. You know, see, I'm recovering. I'm having a peaceful recovery. No stress. Um, Depression is better. I don't exploit people, so I don't have people being angry at me, uh, suing me, bringing the law into my life. I don't have nobody that hates me deeply. You know, I have people which envy you, but I'm not out there deliberately trying to cause envy to anyone. I'm not trying to harm anyone. So basically, the effects of that accusation are zero, none. Now, the person who is living a dirty and unhappy life today, very different from my life, is another one, is another person. Okay? If I would go and look and get some information about that asshole there, that girl, that son of a bitch that did all this to me, I can guarantee, well, it's just a figure of speech, you know, but I can guarantee you that her life is full of dirt. She's very unhappy. She's living a miserable life full of people who don't trust her, who hate her, and she has, like all serial abusers have, she has a past full of victims left with broken hearts and angry minds against her. She had problems with anxiety, she had problems with depression, she took medications for both things to the point that She started to tremble sometimes. What else? She used to get every time it's almost from time to time she used to get sick, ill. She had pneumonia once. Uh, she lives in a loveless marriage. She doesn't know what she wants out of her life, and she will never know. She's angry at herself, at anyone. She cannot take, her mind is not balanced enough so she can take criticism as a healthy uh, contribution to her life or to what she does. So she's the one who has lots of problems to deal with. I'm not the one who have any problems to deal with concerning her accusations of being an exploitative person. Now, I am angry at her. I was. I cut my any ties to this person. I don't want to ever again contact this person. Now, she lost me. She probably doesn't care anyhow, but she knows she lost me, okay? And I don't know if narcissists ever think about these types of things, but maybe she might think, "Oh, I wonder what happened to Dodge. Where is she? Why did he went no contact with me?" You know, she has to have all those thoughts. I don't. I don't because I know what happened. I know the reasons behind what I do. I know what I want from my life. And if I don't know specific things right at this moment, I know that I want to be happy. I know that I want to do the best I can. And in fact, I know if I ever fall in love with someone, I know that I want to have this person and love this person completely, not at a distance via Facebook. I know that. She didn't know what she wanted. She claimed that she didn't know what she wanted. I told her, "What do you want from me?" once. You know, we're talking here on Facebook. I want you to be a boyfriend, and you say you can't, so what do you want? And then she used to manipulate me with a tactic called counter complaint. She used to throw a complaint back at me just to win the argument by attacking me and destroying my health, my mental health. You know, she would not have a good answer uh, to the to my question, so she would destroy me so that I would stop asking the question. So her counter complaint was, "And you, what do you want out of your life? Do you know what you want out of your life?" And then I would have no answer because I was afraid to answer and I was confused by her. And I knew what I wanted. You know, if you're in love with someone, what would I want? What do you want when you're in love with someone? Tell me. This is very easy to answer. You want to have a relationship with the person, that's all, and hug the person, kiss the person, live a normal, healthy relationship, you know. It's easy. I knew that at the time. What do I want from this? I want to kiss you, goddammit. I want to hold you, goddammit. Do you know what do you want? Once, and I thought about a specific episode to tell you about. It makes me sad when I think about it, and I reminded of it. I remembered this, and I wanted to share it with you because I didn't yet. Um, in one of our personal, you know, real encounters, you know, at at the university at night. Uh, I told her, and this was after she told me she had a loveless. She was in a loveless marriage, but she couldn't. She was not capable of hurting her husband's feelings. Man, this is laughable. Even telling you now, it's so laughable. She was having an emotional affair with me on Facebook, but she claimed she didn't want to hurt her husband's feelings. This is so pathetic. And experts say that emotional affairs are even more destructive to a relationship than just simple just sexual affair, normal sexual affair, because the emotional affair you have even more intimacy. Well, that's another story. Okay. Well, so um, I told her, well, I I also don't I wouldn't like that we would kiss, you know. I can stand not kissing you, nor having a real close physical contact with you. But and I was telling her this, and but I prefer not that this doesn't happen between us. But if there comes a time or a moment when we feel attracted to each other, I won't stop myself from kissing you and from hugging and anything. I won't, you know. I'm very open-minded about this. I told her, and then she said something. We were walking in the parking lot at the university so that we could go talk inside my car. This was at night, all dark, kind of darky mood. And she said, "Well, this is shows that you have no ethics. You have none. You have no ethics." And then because it hurt me, she said this hurt me, and it's funny. Every time she hurt me verbally, I would stay silent. I had no answer for that, and because I was in love, I didn't want to fight, you know, keep going with this argument because I didn't want to lose her. So I felt the pain, and at the same time I was in love with her, so I tolerated the abuse, so just that she wouldn't go hurt me anymore or go away from me. That's what happened. This story is cliche, you know. It's cliche in narcissistic abuse. It's very cliche. My story is like any other story that you hear or read on blogs around the internet. Uh, so she told me I had no ethics, none. This was a false accusation and an insult. She practically she attacked my character, you know. And I think what gives you the right to attack my character, you know? Especially if I love you, if I like you, that doesn't give you the right to criticize. This is another abuse that happened is judging and criticizing. She judged me. He has no ethics, and she criticized me because she said that you have no ethics. And I can't understand why she did something so cold. She said something so cold just after I was being very affectionate with her. You know, I wouldn't mind kiss you. I rather, I prefer that this doesn't happen, but if we feel attracted to each other, I wouldn't mind. I see no evil in saying that. But with her dirty eyes, she saw it completely different, very cold, and she decided that the best thing to say at that moment was to criticize, judge, and criticize me and hurt me. And then we talked in the car, and in the car, I said something and some romantic stuff. We had a good romantic conversation in the car, and oh yeah, full of feelings, you know. Oh, we were all romantically stimulated because there was no physical stimulation, quote unquote, no physical stimulation, but of course, emotional affair is very stimulating, even if it's just written messages and some talking. You know, it raises the levels of oxytocin in your brain and the hormones of pleasure. The other ones I can't remember now. There's oxytocin and serotonin, and the attachment, chemicals of attachment. Well, the point is, and then we exchanged some romantic things. I took her to her home and went back to my city, which is maybe 70, 80 kilometers away from her town. Came back to my town, and as soon as I came back, I don't know. We used to talk on the same night, you know, on Facebook. Okay, and she said something. She said was, "For very little, I don't forget everything, and kiss you in the mouth." That's what she wrote to me on Facebook. And it's funny because I've never been so explicit. But she said it was for very little that I don't forget everything and kiss you in the mouth. Now this is very explicit. And I never did something like this verbally, okay, or physically. And but then it is a thing. So if she had the feeling, the same experience of, oh my God, I felt the temptation to kiss him. It was the same experience that I told her, well, if we have the temptation, I will not refrain myself from kissing you. What is wrong, you know? Why can't we kiss each other? Okay, she had another relationship and everything, but I had my reasons to take this decision at the time, um, because in that moment in my life, I had many opportunities to find love, you know, in my life. I threw away because of prejudices, and I decided that because she was the love of my life, I decided that I was not going to let anything stand in the way between me and a kiss and a hug with the person. No, kissing somebody that I love. You know, I was not. I decided I was not gonna let anything stand in my way. And so what I was saying is, she then wrote me the same and confirming that she had the same experience that I told her, described her. And so if she had the same thing, why did she hurt me, calling me unethical with false accusations, judging and criticizing? Why did she do it? First, I remember Ollie Matthews when he says that these people are crazy and nutty. And now I think about it, and it doesn't make sense, you know? If she felt the same thing, she was subject to the same temptations. Why did she hurt me? Why did she had to criticize me? Why this false morality? You know, why this you say something but you do something else? You say something that gives the impression that you are full of morals and righteousness. I don't know. But then you do something that confirms that you had a temptation, the same temptation. And the funny thing is, she doesn't she didn't ask for forgiveness for judging me. And the funny thing is, she didn't think that she had no morals by saying that. Also, she had no ethics. She didn't think that. Now, it is very clear that the attacks of a narcissist, they come back to the very person who is attacking, which is the narcissist himself. Because if she told me that I had no ethics, which is completely, I find, doesn't make sense. It was very gratuitous attack. And if she attacked me, uh, it means that she thinks the same thing about herself, that she has no ethics. None. The same thing that she told me, that she accused me of, she is the one who's being attacked by her own mouth.